A nice little pep talk would do about now. Even a word or two to bolster his confidence would help, so he listened, straining to hear a sign that he was in the right place, doing the right thing. But the steady hum of traffic behind him was the only sound he heard. Dylan stepped inside the building and stopped at the door with the Austin agency stenciled in gold on an ebony nameplate. He stood for a moment and looked down at the floor while running through his pitch for the 10th time that day. He took a deep breath, gave a quick rap, and waited, as the heavy wooden door gave no indication of what he might find behind it. He wished that it was Wayne Brady ready to make him a deal by offering him some wonderful prize to make his life easier. A car, a living room suite, a TV, anything, he didn't care. A bag of groceries would even help out. The door swung open and he snapped to attention as a neatly dressed woman asked, "May I help you?" Dylan cleared his throat and motioned to the newspaper tucked beneath his arm. I'm here about your paper, He instantly corrected him. I'm here about your job in the paper. I see, she said, opening the door wider. Please come in and have a seat. The woman waved him to a chair, and then after reclaiming her own, she pressed a button on the phone, cupped her hand over the receiver, and spoke into the mouthpiece. When she hung up, she addressed Dylan. Mr. Austin will be with you momentarily. Having made this announcement, the secretary resumed her duties by straightening a stack of papers on her desk with a sharp whack, and then shuffling through a pile of envelopes as though he wasn't there. So, there he sat, waiting for a simple yes or no from a man he'd never met. Dylan twirled the ring on his finger as his gaze dropped down to his hands. Why is it that when you've lost someone, your thoughts go back to the beginning? The first shy meeting of eyes, the tentative kiss, the happy times together. He'd heard people say that the mind plays tricks, remembering good over bad or sad, and maybe it was nature's way of keeping a sane person from going crazy with guilt. Not him. From sunup to sundown he remembered his mistakes, all of them, in vivid technicolor. On a good day it felt like a fist shoved down his throat and into his stomach to turn him inside out like a sock. Nothing looks normal. Nothing's the same, until it can be turned right side out again. The secretary cleared her throat, and he glanced up and then down at his hand again. In less than 4 months the ring would be gone, and in its place a void where it had once been. The white tan line branding him a DWM for the whole world to see that he, Dylan Clark, lost the only true love of his life. He closed his hand, hoping to drive the thought from his mind, refusing to give up in his heart. He had to get Lorraine back, because if he didn't, there would be a permanent hole in his soul.